So let's continue. Mm, okay, so this is a function like public static double squared. Okay, let me show very simple function. For example, int a is equal to 5, int b is equal to 7, 6, and sum a b. Let's say int c. So it is red now. You see, it doesn't know the sum function because we didn't create it. So it doesn't know it because we didn't say what does it do. So now I'm creating it, static int sum function. So what does this code do? So it will output 11. Then the first thing is here. We send it two things. It sums them and return the result. So I can say, so we can also make something like this. If the sum function 36. So it will output 9. Is there a problem that this is A and this is A, for example? Do they related or not? This relation, is there is any relation? Yes. No relation because they are different. Like just let me show. Yeah, but it will. Yes. So what is the problem? Yeah. Okay. So should we do this one? Okay. So it works. 11 and 9. So this can be not only A but any other number. And 1 and 2. But here we'll use N1 and N2. So it will work again. So these values are work on in here. So N1 and 2 works between these square figure brackets. So they are not outside. You cannot use there, for example, top and 1 and 2. Do you understand? And we need to promises. Yeah, they work only inside a function. So system, I cannot do this one. Why? Yes, because can I use it here? Yes. Is it question? Ah, why and two and one? Their name is different, but they can be same. It's not same. It's not same variables. So when you use A and B and you send convert it into an one, we enter. We can do even something like this. No, but they are not B and that A. When you send A and B, they become new B and A. New variables, yes. They are created. So it's like I give you some task and you decide how to call its names. So for example, I give you apples and oranges. You can take it and you can do what you want, but you give me some result. So yes, any name. Also important things here. This one. This means that it returns integer. And so this means that it returns int. So you can return something like this. Yes. So it will always return 4. But you cannot return this one. It's double. Yes. So for example, you will do this one. Why it doesn't know int d. Int d. We can use any name a n1 n2 or something like that. But but it doesn't know d. It doesn't know d. A and b. Because we give it a and b. I didn't understand. Yes, this is the result. We store the result. So you can do immediately here without system out int c. You can say just system out println. Here we have error. Why it's error? Because int d is type d int, but it returns double. This is returns double, but it's int, so you can do something like this. This function just makes anything double as integer. Okay? Сейчас. Function of flow of hazard lists. Function сейчас. do we need it? Okay, let's try this. Hope this. Um, if I write this code, what it will do? Huh? Okay, let's try. It shows Q. Yes, it starts from 1. Uh, you enter some number. For example, let's say it's 5. Yes, it will output 1 space. Yes, and also what? It's cube. Куб, да? Кубочка. Хочу здесь просто text for adding text. Cube I and also I cube I. So result. So this is very easy. This one. Okay. If I change this one, will it change or not? Oh, okay. Okay. So what will be the result? Will there be the result? Diğeri birinin natijasini tartibisini yana uchun haqida uni chiqargandan keyin kubini yana kubga ko'paytiradi. It finds E result and then 3 times multiply. Okay, let's try this one. It says error, yes? So it is error just. Because we have already I. We already have I variable. So in Java, as you remember, you cannot do something like this. Yes, because you cannot say int n 2 times. Here you have already I and you make it again. So this is just syntax error. Так, what happens? А? Готов, да. Okay, or this one. Will there be an error? What is it?
integer or
Integer, because it's here.
result normalde result buradan uçmak.
Да. Ну, ниче çıkacak.
İlk yerlere kub mesela olduğu çıkamaz.
60'a emas.
Ya
3.
3'ten keyin olur result'ı çıkartamayız.
It's same because it is you just multiply it and then put into the a and return a I. So okay, they here they have okay, I didn't do this one. So if I don't do this one, so it was something like this actually. If you don't have, because it should say what you return. So this will be what? Error. Why? Because it doesn't have return. Because it says return int, and someone should say return function, or return some integer. So you should say what you will return. And this is error. So you should say here return I. This is common error, missing return statement. Okay, this one will be correct, like before I showed you. And this one, will it work? Instead of this one, I put here. No, you don't need equation. You don't need equation. You just calculate this one and return. Mhm. Вот так. Еще раз бракет içine. Aha. Qanday equation? Yes, but tushunarli emas. Ну, типа, it calculates directly from here and returns this value. So it is same like this. Let me put here some comment. So it is same as I say int j equal to I times I times I return j. This is same, but you don't give it name. So here you don't give it name. You just calculate and return it. Here you give it name.
Birinci function which is express.
Birinci, no, let's delete the first function. What will be the result? Yes, it will say, I don't know. Cannot find symbol, method cube int. I don't see it. Method cube, da. I don't see method cube. Okay, good question. So, for example, should it be before or after, or so in Java it doesn't matter. but in JavaScript it matters. Or in Python it matters. Why it matters in Python and Java? Oh, in JavaScript.
It reads codes order by order.
So, because Java is compiled language, it first compiles. So it first checks errors and then translates to machine language, and then you run. But in JavaScript or Python, you read from the beginning and try to execute it directly from here. So if it doesn't see method, it will be an error. But Java, it prepares everything before, then just after that you can run it. Okay. So I can show you some examples with sound. This is how sound looks like. It is some special numbers to represent sample at regular intervals to save the values. Okay. Standard. So there is library STD audio, which is inside of this intro.cs package. Do you remember we have Java intro.cs? So this is inside of it. It is for learners. So we can use it. Let's more play the demo. I don't know if you will hear that play that or not. Okay. Let's see how it works. And you see, you should write these numbers. 440, 440 and 30. Let's see if it has some sound. Okay. So because this doesn't play sound. So this is also doesn't play sound. Right? How?
Here, I want explain about scanner equals to new scanner.
Yes. Do we have this one? Scanner I can hide them. Okay. So I previously explained std in, std out. So it is the like I will show. Oh, not for loops. It's for reading from text from terminal or from reading from file. It is actually somehow big topic, but we will. I can explain it, but it's not necessary for this course. By yourself? Yes. Okay, I will show you. This is okay. Okay, I will show it. Yes. Data. Huh? Okay, I will show that. How can, okay, so I change it to this one. Okay. So this was 440. It is some note. This one, for example, this is different. I think this is time. Like if I make it one, it make different note. So same for this one. And let's try this one. So what does it do? It creates sinusoid. Do you know sinus? Okay. Alexa. Yeah, yeah, coming. So for example, this one. Okay, let me show the numbers. Let's make it one. So this is all numbers which are between -1 and 1. About
Can you show me the waves?
waves? Let's see. Waves. So I should choose my scene. Do we have it here? Okay, so we can draw it. Let me draw it. Okay, let's play this one. 4 int I 0 I less than I length I plus plus uh, std draw set font which is fill picture point. I should have line. Okay, line. This will be a I a I плюс 1 I плюс 1 and let's divide it by 100. Will it work? Let's say double. Okay. So the problem is that this one is integer, but I think it will work. Okay. So x0, y0. Так, x. We need x's. Наоборот. So подождите. Not 100, but so it is one, but maybe 1,000. So сейчас I won. Let's say study draw set scale. So the maximum is -1 set y scale. So it should be like this one, -1 and 1. Also, for example, not all, but let's make it 100, 5,000. So just try set y scale. It will start from the end. Do you see the problem in the code? In here. So I made it this one. I divide by 10,000 because it's very big. It is 1, 2, 3, but our diagram is between -1 and 1. So if it's 1, 2, 3, it will be very big numbers. But I wanted it to be very small, like 0, 0.1, 0, 0.2, and I made it here. So I think now it will look like much more real. And again, problem here. This one is 1. When you divide by 10,000, it is equal to what? It will be 0. Because integer divide by 10,000. 1 10 binge bölgende bu integerге бөлгенде не істейді? Не болмайды? Типа да. So when you divide 2 by 3, if this is integer. So we should divide by much more smaller thing. Нет. It is already small. If I make something like this, it should be better. Кетті. So for example, if I make it 500 at least, or 1,000, yes.
아, 얼굴이 그렇죠. 따지겠다.
Uh,
잭스?
Checksum, it has lengths, this one. So we can output the lengths, for example, system out length. Where is the, oh, okay. So this is the lengths. 44,000 points. This, and this. So this is function. It makes these points n plus 1 must, this is formula, and this is just the, you must see in pi I hertz divided by 44,000. So this is duration, how many seconds you multiply, you get n. So if it is 1 second, it will have how many points? 44,000. If it has 2 seconds, it will be 88,000 points. So this is very simple, yeah. Nota. Do you want break? Yes? Okay. Behrus wants break. Break. So for 5 minutes, if you want. We'll start after 5 minutes. Okay, let's continue. So we will try this one. What does it say? Hmm? Yes. That maybe it's hot outside. Al- Ha? Aldım.
Etinizi sordunuz mu?
Aldım kes koyayım.
Ben torluk var.
Doğrula koyayım.
Non inception oldu.
Hı?
İşte ders gibi prezent olunca.
Yok. Benim bir test lazım. Okay, so this is file. You see the file? It is a txt. Or let's make it like this. Okay, so I make it something like this. Elizabeth. Okay. So the problem is I have here. So you see, it uses play.not. Play.not is my class, which I made it this one return system.println. So because of that, it plays like with spaces.
Notalarımız
File'da notalar var. So what does it do? We write here duration, read double, so it reads this two. Подождите. Not read double. Okay. So by doing this, play that tune 2-0. This is one tempo. It's how fast it moves. And then you write this one eliza.txt from where you read this file. Yes. std while std is in empty. When it does finish, find the end of the file. It reads first pitch, then tempo, and these two things. It reads pitch 7 125 6 125 duration. So this is so this is nota bilirsiniz de. This is duration. So this is nota and this is duration. So this is nota and this is duration. So this is some note which is it can be converted to some array with this sinusoid. No, 7. 7 is duration.
they can
Let's say duration data. So duration here you multiply by 44 thousandths. So I think yes, this is duration. This is how many seconds? I think like this. What is it? But this one is minus 100. Yes.
with the which is the millisecond range.
Okay.
This now panel will thousand.
Multiply by tempo.
Please. If the 7 is not yes,
7.
7. Duration 125.
No, you first read integer. This one. This is pitch. Да? Правильно, pitch.
Yeah.
Pitch. And by pitch you calculate HC. You must pitch. So when you enter 7, I don't understand this. Okay, this is high pitch and low pitch. And maximum is 12. Minus 100 is something like, I don't know what it is. Mass power 2 to the power of pitch, and you multiply by 440. So it can be so okay, I don't understand this thing. Yes, yes, you don't understand either. But you see, why we learning this? We are learning about functions. So functions. So here, this has class play that note, and it has uh, function tone, which creates these sounds. And here from other class you use it. Play that note dot tone has a duration, and it plays it for you. If it was for if you were doing it by only in one code, your code will be very big, because for every sound you will be again and again calling this function.
Teacher, two files linked each other.
Hmm?
Two files linked each other.
They are in same folder. So they same folder.
And you call red tone.
Yes.
This.
Uh-huh.
What does it mean? H and Z.
So this is from physics. So to play this sound, I read this formula. So for example, it is like this. It's also here haza. Haza means the sum note. So you send like 400. There will be some nota. Like do you play 255, it will be rare or something like this. So because based on that, so here we use this tone. We can read from Elise these notas and their tempo. So for example, let's see. What also I see here. What? This is 7, 6, 7, 6, 7, 6. Okay, so we also don't need this one. Using a library. Okay, so the last topic for today. Так. So this is it says applications programming interface. API. API is very common word in programming. So this is called modular programming. We understood that there is functions which we can use after some time. For example, math sinus. Do you know function math sinus? Math sinus calculates sinus of some number, sinus, and but so we can collect these functions into library and then work with them. So, for example, application programming interface, it's how to call these functions. Let me show. So, for example, Java API, let's say, So this is Java code. Maybe you would, if you want, you can read it, etc. So it can do different things. But also we have this one, Java doc. So, for example, here is explanation how it works. Also methods: play in background, read, save, start recording, stop in background, stop recording. So this is all methods, and this is called API. Application. So application. So how to work with it? Broadly useful. So also the random library. I have some functions. Type client. Okay. Best practices. So we understood that our code should be reusable. Other people should come and use this code. So every code, every program which are now used, they are not done from zero, from scratch. They don't, for example, new bank comes to Uzbekistan and want to make program, online banking. They will not do it by themselves, by starting from zero code, like you do your assignment, yes? They will do it, they use some ready frameworks. So if you look at frameworks, they will be very big. So for example, you will do some very small page, but it will have 1000 pages, 1000 different files. You will not use this, but it is better to use that because every time you make something new, you will need to use some other code. So this is how code is organized. So it's called best practices. Set, separate, and classify small tasks. What does it mean? If you have some code, it's better to make your small tasks into library. So for example, you have this one code. It has many different steps. Like for example, what you can do, which application you can do. For example, you want to make student system where students register to courses. So there might be checking for accounting, balance. Pul koydu mu koymadı mı? Then it must check if this student can take this course or not. Then it should check if, for example, there is prerequisite or not. For example, Mathematica 2. You want to take Mathematica 2, but you didn't finish Mathematica 1. This will be another code. So you can do it in one file, like step by step. Huh? No, so this is your program. You have this program like many steps. This can be called spaghetti code. Spaghetti code. You know spaghetti code? Spaghetti code is big code when all everything are connected, related like spaghetti. Like if you take this code, you want to change this one, you change here, you change here, you change here. Also there is halfway coding. Halfway coding. What does it mean? It's like, okay, Allah, let's start. Let's do this. Let's write some code. This is called halfway coding. So you don't learn anything. You just write the code. And this is halfway coding. So this is not good coding. Why? Because after some time you will need to change something. So to be good programmer, you will need to separate and classify small tasks. You divide all this. As I said, first you check balance money, you check prerequisite, you check time, you check something like this, and you should separate all these tasks into different functions, even into different files. So when you divide into small, first step, you have many functions, or one code. You divide codes into functions. After some time, you see that you have hundreds of functions. And then you divide these functions by their logic into separate classes, separate files. So now you have not only checking for balance, but also checking for other money things. You have class money or class accounting. And into this class, you collect all money related functions. To academic, you have to academic. So you have class accounting, class academic, class administrative, class something like this. And you have classes in one file. After that, you will do what? You will separate classes into other folders. So that will be уже library. You can use it library. So for example, if you want to make game, as I said before, you will mostly use Unity. Unity library. So for example, do you know Angry Birds? Yeah. Angry Birds, they did it by this library, Box2D. It is 2D physics engine. So, where it is, the code, okay, let's see code. Not of the game, no, not of the game, of Angry Birds, but the game was developed by this, using this library. What is, yeah, game on the library. Why they needed the library? Because it has physics inside it, like rules of physics. One, when you send this guy, and when it collapses, what will be the next steps? Like where it will fly or it will fall. When you send this peak, how it will fly? If you pump explosive. So, for example, it has Box2D as documentation, for example. And another thing is documentation for library. I can write very good library, but if I don't write good documentation, what will it be?
It cannot be useful.
Yes, because I will have to understand the code. But here, yes, they will have to understand my code if they want to use. But with documentation, so
Understand the names, what?
yeah. So I didn't use it, and so I don't know how. But at least here there is some explanations like how to use. So you see here, destroy body, create body, etc. It's in C++ because you know C++ is faster. And Box2D. Yeah. So documentation also in Java. For example, in Java they have some documenting things. Like you see, this is code of STD audio, but they have this part. Do you see it? What is this? It's documentation. So they write documentation inside of code. And after that, some programs collect it and create these documents. Yes, yeah. And this documentation is created after that. And for example, for each method, they have to open up the stream. Sometimes they have since any good samples, etc. So yes, it's comments, but it can be used to create documentation. In Java, in many languages, it's so you know that in many companies they force you to write comment because if other people will use it, also it is if you are in a bank or some big company, the code should be understandable because every time you can go out, you can say, I don't want to work with you. Yeah, other coder can,
But not.
yeah, you use yourself. So if I write code now, after 4 or 5 months, I will not understand what I wrote. Code client before coding implementation. Так. Also, if you make it into functions, it will be easy to test it. Test is to check if your code works properly. If you divide into small blocks, you can test every small block, not everything. So if you do it in one big function, you cannot test it because you will have to test many different situations. But if you test it differently, so for example, in that primary, accounting and etc. So for example, I say in this student system, student cannot register if he has zero money or if he has some prerequisite not finished or something like this. So I'll have to write many combinations of it. So if I didn't register or if I don't have money, so I will test many different things. But if you divide into functions, you will test only these specific things. Like if you don't have money or have money, suppose.
Do you use Swagger?
Swagger I didn't use, but I don't. Swagger is also good, yes. Still stats. Так, okay. Independent development small programs. Every program had to develop shared layer of abstraction, self-documenting code. So this is about when your code is already have documentation, and it can be then created documentation. From implementation benefits of future clients. Okay, that's all for today.
And for semester.
Yeah, for semester.